Good morning. Today I'm going to be hiking up to the summit of Mount Baldy for my 10th summit. Plus I'm going to be camping up there for the night and searching for plane wreckage I've never found before. So let's go. My chocolate covered almonds have all melted in the 87-degree weather here, and it's making a glorious mess. The whole mountain is blooming with wildflowers. It is beautiful. I've made it to the halfway point. I'm gonna fill up my empty water bottles with the stream right here, and when I get to the summit, I'll boil it and use that to make my dinner. Such a beautiful spot here. Stop for a little breather. We are almost there. A couple more feet. How's it going? Summit number 10. We have made summit number 10, guys, in exactly 4.5 hours. Not my best time, but not horrible. Now, the last time I camped up here, it was in the middle of January. There were winds of about 40 to 50 miles an hour, and it was 20 degrees. So there's hardly any wind up here, and it's high 70s, low 80s. So this should be a ton more comfortable. Time to get camp set up. Gotta find a nice flat spot. So a bunch of people before me have built these wind shelters, so I think I'm gonna repurpose one of them and put my tent in it, just in case it gets windy during the middle of the night. I think that will do nicely for the night. What a great little setup. And a wonderful view. Now that I have camp set up behind me, I want to do a little exploring before it gets dark. Now, I have explored the two US Marine Corps Hellcats that crashed on the other side of this mountain, but what I have never been to is the military C-46A that crashed into the side of West Baldy right over there. Never been there. I want to see if I can find it. I've also never hiked over to the summit of West Baldy. It is, I'm going to estimate, 1/4 of a mile away right there, so we're going to go over there, see if we can make it over there and back, maybe find the plane wreckage before sunset. When I hiked up here last month, this whole hillside had snow on it, and I was really hoping some of it would still be here so I could melt it for drinking water and cooking water, but that snow melted really fast. Oh well. Look at that guy. I think he's a little surprised to see me. We've made it. This is the summit of West Baldy. Oh, it's really pretty over here. I can't believe I've never hiked to this one. And my tent is right at the top of Mount Baldy, right there. I have been searching West Baldy for about half an hour, and I cannot find this wreckage in the spot where I believed it would be. Just looking for anything metallic, and that would lead me to find it, but I don't know. I am not seeing it. Oh, after walking around for a while, I believe I have found it. It is right down there. I can see chunks of metal and debris, and then there's more right up there and all along this hillside. Not sure if you can see it with the camera, but right there you can see the metallic. I can't tell what it is from here. It was a big chunk of metal. We'll see if I can get a better view from up there. I don't know how I'm going to be able to hike down there. That does not look hikeable, and now that all that soft gravel, and I'm afraid I'll get stuck down there and the sun will set. I might have to do this another day, but at least I found it. That's definitely aircraft debris. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to hike down there. That is steep. And if I ever do it, I'm going to need a full day to do it so that I know I can get back up before the sun sets. From my understanding, that aircraft crash down there was a military Curtiss C-46A 1CU, and it crashed into the side of Mount Baldy, or West Baldy, October 5th, 1945. And all 4 subjects on board were killed. I think I'm gonna head back to camp and make some lunch. I'm glad I finally made it over to West Baldy summit, and it was pretty cool to find that C-46 plane crash. I've been thinking about finding it for a while. However, I am ready to take my shoes off, kick my feet up for a bit, and relax. We have made it back to camp. It is time to figure out some kind of lunch and a comfortable bench chair rock, if I can find one. All right, lunch is done, so I'm gonna relax for a bit until the sunset. I think it's time to make some tea. The sun has set. I've just been sitting here enjoying my tea, watching the beautiful view. So beautiful and peaceful up here. I'm just gonna hang out here for, I don't know, 20, 30 more minutes, and then when it gets a little darker, I'll probably watch some movies that I downloaded off Netflix. I'm just laying here in bed watching the new John Wick movie, Ballerina, but look at the city outside my tent. Not sure if the camera will pick it up. That is so beautiful. I have the best camping spot right now. It is about 9 o'clock. The wind has picked up a little bit and it has definitely dropped in temperature, but I'm still pretty warm and comfortable. I'm gonna get out and take a look at the city lights real quick. Per my phone, it's just below 50, so I think I'm gonna get back in the tent and get warm and continue watching movies. Yes! All right, I think I'm gonna be nice and comfortable tonight. Good morning. Ooh, it is beautiful outside. That is very pretty. I think it's time to get some breakfast started. For breakfast, we have a breakfast skillet. It got a little windy around 1 or 2 a.m. for a couple hours. I'd say 15, 20 mile an hour winds. And a little cold, but I was still comfortable. I wasn't toasty warm. I could have done with maybe a little bit of a warmer jacket or a sleeping bag, but overall, it was a good night. Oh, that smells good. Matcha on the mountaintop. I'm gonna enjoy my matcha over here by the Baldy marker. There we go. You can see a nice marine layer covering all of LA down there. I finished my matcha, and I am in no rush to go anywhere because it's just super beautiful up here. So I'm gonna make myself a cup of Irish breakfast tea. Well, it's around 6:30. I think it's time to start packing up the tent and heading down. Time to start the hike down. I just sat down on this rock to enjoy a little break and a glass of water, and I pissed off a rattlesnake in a major way. He was sitting right behind the rock. You can hear him right in here. Yeah, he is right in there, right behind that rock where I sat down. I think I'm gonna leave him alone and continue on the trail. I have made it back to my truck. What a fantastic camping trip, and thank you for joining me. As always, have a great day.